Hi, y'all. I'm Patricia Bothwell, and I'm here to represent Team Equilibrium. There were three of us working on this project. And let me start by telling you the origin story. Did you ever hear meditation is good for stress? I certainly did. I've been trying for like 15 years now. And the problem is that the traditional advice for how to meditate, sit back, focus on deep breathing, is, at least for me, about as useful as being told, okay, just relax. Yeah, not getting me anywhere. And I've tried apps like Headspace and Calm, and they work for a little bit, but the problem is they don't have any feedback mechanism. So I don't know about you, but I can sit there and my mind wanders. In the middle of the session, suddenly I realize that for the last 5 minutes, I've been ignoring the app and thinking about my to-do list. So we built Equilibrium, the web app, which we, as you can see, built in Bolt. And you know, it's fairly straightforward. Most of the guts of this is actually in the iPhone, but it's got some good content to help bring people to us, including research on, frankly, 30 years of scientific research. We had a couple of academic geeks, myself included, on the team, and we went deep on what really works, and this was integral to how we designed the app. All right, so you probably don't want the research and the blah 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 as much as I do, so let's show off a demo. This is a video, part of the video that we submitted.
Watch a very short video on how to use the app, or dive in. Let's do that. Click Start Session, and then tell your watch, hey Siri, open Equilibrium app. Since I'm narrating, this is a session I recorded earlier. The animated circle guides your breathing rhythm. Below is the real-time heart rate waveform. Heart rate rises on inhale, falls on exhale. Focused breathing creates smooth waves. When your mind wanders, the waves get choppy, guiding you back to focus. The results screen shows the user's progress. Time completed, points with 1 earned for each focused rhythmic breath. And for efficiency nuts, efficiency, which is the percentage of breaths that earned a point. Now, we can go back home and see that our session has been recorded in our daily progress. We can also go to the Progress tab to see more. Our user research highlighted that our users are motivated by progress, including trends, streaks, and achievement badges. I'm proud to share our team's work. It's been a privilege to work with this remarkable team.
Let me actually take us back to that, so that this really was a great team, and kudos to DevPost for helping to bring us together. Agatha is a friend of a friend from my former graduate school, but Akhlaq is an iOS developer from Kuala Lumpur who I otherwise never would have met. So one of the fringe benefits of this hackathon. I'd like to talk a little bit about our approach and some of the challenges that we ran into. I'd say central to our approach was user research. And as you heard me say, I kind of built this app for me because I wanted it, but I knew that if I just built it for me, it wasn't going to be right, and I actually didn't know all the details of what would be useful. And so this is where I found the power of Bolt really transformative. We were able to rapidly spin up a set of prototypes that we iterated on again and again as we showed it to different users. And there's nothing like the magic of iteration to get to something good. And so I'm a huge fan of Bolt from that perspective. Challenges, like with a lot of software, you know, the core challenge was engineering capacity and bottleneck. So Bolt was a key unlock for that, for the UX research and for the web app. I mean, I basically built the web app myself, and I'm certainly not a software engineer. But because we're building an iOS app, we did need to use Swift that isn't accessible through Bolt or other coding tools. We had to be really judicious with Akhlaq's time. He's got a full-time job, a family, and as do a couple of us. And so another angle that we used was Claude to really clarify the vision of the product. So here you can see one of the key elements of it is the breathe in and breathe out guide that soothingly changes color as you breathe in and breathe out. And it cycles through a nice range of colors, which is one thing to describe, but another to really understand so that you can actually get it right in the code. And this was an area where vibe coding, in this case Claude, was really helpful for that, and providing that in a couple of forms, including a prompt that could be used in Cursor to create it in Swift. Also the points calculation, and so what's happening here is you've got the colored line representing what your actual breaths were, and the guideline showing what's coming. That was also something that I mocked up using vibe coding to make it a little bit easier for Akhlaq. So where we are now, this isn't yet available in the App Store, but our next step is we are looping in an additional developer, my husband, because as I said, with the hackathon complete, we do want to get some additional things done, and I'm really looking forward to this becoming a real world tool for myself and lots of others. So, yeah, questions?
Are you going to monetize it as a freemium or with the model?
I think we will make have some cost of it, because yeah, we're not going to make it expensive. This isn't like the money spinner. It's a passion project, but it'd be nice to see people actually pay for it. That'll give us the warm and fuzzies more than,
Did you actually find that the app was useful in doing any kind of vibe coding with Swift, or was that like none of them were really landing on the knowledge base? Like Claude good for that, or it wasn't?
Cursor was somewhat helpful. Yeah. So I would use Claude to refine either a PRD or create the artifacts and create a prompt that could be used in Cursor. Yeah, please.
So when you had the app kind of integrated with your Apple Watch to kind of get some of these inputs, because I think you said that's the main differentiator, right? The feedback that you're getting from.
Yeah.
So you said you use Claude for the PRD and the prompt. So you actually have to create images on Claude, or just was it all like text?
Oh yeah, no, we created animations actually. So we created artifacts of the breathing guide as well as the waveform in order to kind of fully explain to the team what it was, and also frankly to fully explain to myself, because it's one thing to say, oh, it should look like this, but to actually see it, of course, you refine it, and to show it to potential users, that also helps refine it. Yeah, exactly. Anything else?
Did Akhlaq use like Cursor or something like that, or did he more use VS Code or something?
He did use Cursor, but yeah, I think it was mostly VS Code. Okay, thanks very much.
Awesome.